Hello everyone and welcome back to my US Diary official YouTube channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Luna Nozawa's mask will wisecrack Will Spencer when she poses as Elektra Forrester in bed. Deacon Sharp could tell that Will was too drunk to continue partying or indeed go home for that matter. Will demanded nearly to crash incontinently, so Deacon led him to an redundant room with a bed so he can sleep this off. Since Will's still enough out of it, he's concentrated on the fact that Elektra Forrester left the party too soon and is eager for her to come back. Will also mentioned that Elektra's mask was special, so he's going to fade it and get the wrong idea now that Luna's wearing it. Of course, Luna will be happy to let Will suppose she's Elektra if that means getting what she wants. Luna has been featuring of going to bed with Will for a long time, so she'll be over the moon as she makes her move with him. Will's going to surrender to Elektra and assume she changed her mind about this being their first night together. In reality, it'll be Luna who's having her way with Will, so he's surely going to deal with some confusion in the fate. Elektra will catch up with Ivy Forrester, who should be surprised to learn Elektra left the party beforehand. Still, Will was formerly getting too drunk, so Elektra will feel good about ending the night when she did and avoiding anything further passionate. Elektra has awaited this long, so she'll figure staying a little longer wouldn't be a problem. Unfortunately, this will give Luna the opening she needs to carry out the final phase of her plot and betray Will into her trap. Luna will be pleased with herself once she spends the night with the man of her dreams, but this will turn into Will's agony. Luna's scheme will lead to plenitude of bad news for Will. Luna Nozawa will strip Will Spencer down in the back room and take advantage of him after Elektra Forrester rejection. Thanks to Luna's deception regarding the 180 evidence booze that Will's been guzzling, he's formerly getting intoxicated. Will's only going to get drunker as Luna keeps those rounded drinks coming. Although Elektra and Will preliminarily suggested about perhaps hitting the wastes tonight, that's not going to be. Elektra really wants her first time with Will to be lovely and romantic, but it wouldn't be with him so drunk he'll slightly flash back any of it. Will has been expressing how poorly he wants Elektra, but he's only going to want her more as he falls deeper into drunkenness. Still, Elektra will defer their special evening to another night and maybe push Will to go sleep it off. Elektra will give Ivy Forrester updates on how effects went at the party, so she'll admit she couldn't go through with her first passionate Will hassle, at least not yet. Ivy will hear about Will's crapulous spectacle and completely understand why Elektra felt the need to put off their first sizzling session. Of course, there's one person who'll be eager to take Elektra's place when it comes to the steaminess she's pining. Luna will hurtle on Will while wearing a mask, so they'll end up in a back room at Il Giardino Latterly. That'll give Luna some sequestration as she kisses Will's bare casket and gets him ready for everything she's got in store for him. Luna will take advantage of Will's inebriated state, so she'll get her one of being together, indeed if he wouldn't recall important in the morning. Will's indeed going to wake up completely confused and will have a hard time figuring out exactly what happened the night ahead. It sounds like Will's only going to flash back vague bits and pieces at first, so he wouldn't realize Luna's the bone he's sizzled with. Will's going to have the worst leftover of his life along with a mystification to break, so he'll face some horrible news once effects click into place down the road. Lee Finnegan may have made a huge mistake when she faked Luna Nozawa's death and nursed her insane granddaughter back to health. There's a reason Luna's own father Dr. John Finnegan was relieved his bio son was dead. Lee Finnegan is about to learn her assignment the hard way. Then's what's coming up next on the CBS Cleaner. Keep reading for all the details. Luna Nozawa is blessed to have a croaker. For a grandma, we're enough sure if anyone differently was working on her they would have put forth way lower trouble to keep her alive. But, then we're many weeks latterly and Luna is awake and on the mend, and just as crazy as ever. Luna slightly opened her eyes and was formerly featuring about Will Spencer, which means she obviously hasn't learned her assignment. Luna Nozawa will be back on the thoroughfares soon and escape from her grandma's clutches. That means that Will Spencer Jr. is in trouble, and his gal Elektra Forrester should be sleeping with one eye open. Sorely, no bone knows that Luna Nozawa is still a trouble because Lee Finnegan faked her death. That means that Will and Elektra are principally sitting ducks and Luna will have the element of surprise. Still, there's no bone to condemn but Lee Finnegan if Luna hurts someone again. Indeed, Sheila Carter knows what her granddaughter is able of and has had to intermediate to save her victims. At the medical suite, Lee Finnegan has to go out. Luna Nozawa comments that she looks really nice. The croaker. Does Ent want to leave her granddaughter/bastard there alone? Luna commentary about having a plan of her own. That makes the croaker snap. She needs to concentrate on reforming herself. At Il Giardino, Will Spencer and Elektra Forrester walk in, amazed at the work Deacon Sharp has done. Cleric chills with Sheila Carter as everyone parties at the eatery. They talk about Katie, Logan, and Will. They bandy Luna a bit. Lee returns and is affrighted to find Luna gone. She calls Sheila, who's confused. Also, the look on Sheila's face is clear. She knows where Luna went and why, but doesn't say anything. Meanwhile, Lainey tried to drag Will on the cotillion bottom with her, but he says she'll meet her there. Elektra shows up and rescues him from the hopeless intern. Zend Forrester finds some masks and hands them out to everyone. Meanwhile, Luna slips in wearing sunglasses and a toupee. A bartender assumes she's a waitress and sends her to Will's table. Nothing notices it's her. The bartender tells Luna to get relief of a 180 evidence bottle that has no taste or odor. He tells her to get relief of it, but she doesn't. Luna makes sure that Will gets the drinks with that bottle. Will and Elektra are dancing. Zend can be seen dancing nearly with Lainey, so I guess they will be the coming youthful couple. Will and Elektra, the youthful man seems to be important drunker than he should be, but Elektra doesn't feel to notice. Will wants her so bad and kisses her. Of course, Luna is going to use this to strike. Luna turns around with her back to the party and smiles to herself. Luna Nozawa can't control herself. Lee Nozawa is formerly seeing that saving her life and precluding her from going to captivity doesn't produce biddable gratefulness. Sheila Carter should know more. Rather than simply pick up the pizza Luna wanted, she also delivered what proved to be dangerous information. That's exactly what Sheila was doing when hearkening to Brooke Logan and Katie Logan talk with Will Spencer, who just entered a creation to full-time status at Forrester Creations. The cataclysmal gig that Deacon Sharp encouraged his newfound friend, Tom Starr, to have at Il Giardino. Tom's comeback performance was anteceded by Luna remedying the Turner her assumed father was using. Tom's murder was followed by the elimination of Paul Hollis Hollister. Luna killed him because he set up letters in Tom's book bag about his relationship with her mama, Poppy Nozawa. So, reconsidering the scene of those crimes makes Luna's coming appearance at Will's party all the more creepy and portentous. Lee had no problem with it, with Luna detailing her recognition of being a bastard and a granddaughter. Only on the detergents, right? Having two blood ties to Luna impacted Lee. Seeing her dying on the operating table also caused her passions to radically shift, as Lee admitted to Sheila. But the warm passions Sheila and Lee have developed as Luna's grandmothers will be tested. Lee's sounding of the alarm about Luna's exposure will probably lead to her literacy that Sheila handed the information about Will's party. This portion of Luna's story is just starting. So, it would feel unseasonable to have Luna exposed at Il Giardino. She'll be in a disguise that anyone who knows her would see through. But being day, Luna's cloaked appearance should allow her to mingle with Will and the other party guests. Luna's thing is to be with Will or be tied to him. She doesn't try to medicine or else detriment Elektra Forrester or ever initiative alone time with Will. Having Sheila help those issues is an option. But Brown's character might only serve as a deliverer after Luna's had her interpretation of fun.